Welcome everybody. It's been a while. It's been several months, but finally we've made it to your living room, to your bedroom, to your office, on your cell phone, on your iPad, on your iPod, online, and don't know where else you get internet, but we're there. Of course we have my lovely You Got Me, unfortunately. Several things has changed. As you can tell, my hair's got a little shorter. I cut my long hair off.
And I gotten thinner.
Very thin. She's been pumping that
iron.
So
been working out a lot.
In this segment, we are finally going to talk about insecurity. And I know we said it, we're going to upload it. I think it's probably been like 6-7 months ago.
but life has gotten in the way, okay? We've been like really busy at work, in the gym, been working out a lot, because I had to do a competition. So, but that's a whole nother segment. And, just trying to make a life and do what we got to do.
So forgive us, but you shall be blessed. So, shall we get started?
Yes.
But before we get started, listen, for some of y'all people who take stuff way too serious, this is just our opinion. I'm just going to state through experience.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we're probably wrong on some things or we're not some kind of genius or some kind of psychiatrical... That don't go with this segment, does
Psychologist?
it? Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyways, it's just our opinion. That's it. So if you disagree, that's fine. And if there's more topics or something I forgot, whatever, I forgot.
This is
sorry.
a true story.
It is a true story. That's I will
not
admit
about
that.
anybody else. It's about us.
No.
Okay.
No. I just tell you from my perspective, her perspective. So, insecurity.
First thing first.
What?
Well, is it my story or your story first? Of what I experienced because of you, or what you experienced because of me?
Well, it goes back to our exes, because whatever we went through in our past affects our present, which affected our future, which now we sorted it out, so we are now altering our future.
Okay. Let me tell y'all my point of view
Here we go.
of what I went through. Okay? Yeah, okay. Well, now, as we said before in our previous video,
Many months ago.
yeah, our very first, I guess, and about how, being controlled by your significant other from the past could play a huge role of what goes on, in this relationship, in your future relationship.
By the way, I'm not controlling, so that's not me. Go ahead, though.
Yeah. So, me and him, before we actually got like really serious, we would talk on the phone back and forth, whatever. And I'll tell you this one incident where this dude was gonna get shot. But anyways, so it was I didn't know he was gonna come down, okay? And it was like I just moved into my new apartment, putting everything in. And on top of that, I'm working too. So when I get off of work, my stuff is all over the place and I'm already exhausted because I get off work really, really late. So, I'm sitting there folding up clothes and then I fell asleep. I didn't know what happened, where I was, how it happened, whatever. But mind you, my door has like 2 locks, the chain and the regular lock. So I put that in because I didn't know anybody was going to come over. Nobody didn't tell me they were going to come over. So I did that. And then all of a sudden, I just heard something weird. Okay? And I was like, I just woke up and I'm like hearing a sound. I'm like, what is that? And mind you, I have a sliding door in the living room. And that's where I was sleeping, in the living room. So I heard like some kind of like weird knocking, whatever. And so I was like, all right, I don't know who this is, but I'm going to take care of this. So I get up, I go and grab a knife, a big butcher knife, and I held the knife behind me, and I kind of like peeked through the blinds to see who it was. Guess who it was? It was this guy. Yes, it was this guy. So I was like, oh, okay. So I shoved the knife somewhere so he wouldn't see it. So I opened it up, and this dude comes walking in, marching, looking around. And I act like I didn't see him do this, but I've seen him do it. Walking around looking, oh, how come you locked the door? Because I went to bed, I was sleeping. Okay, looking around still. Just looking at him like, what is wrong with you? He was like, well, I didn't hear from you. You didn't open the door. You didn't answer the door or nothing. So I had to, check to see what was going on.
I was worried about her safety.
Yeah, the safety of me not getting killed by him if he found someone there.
Well, listen to me. Thing is, okay, I got out of a bad relationship. All right, and it scarred me. So what had happened was.
Yeah, what had happened?
What had happened was.
What had happened?
Okay, I was insecure for many reasons. So it's hard for someone who gets cheated on to trust, or vice versa. If you do the cheating, things go. I've been on both ends, so don't judge me. I'm changed now. Woo!
No, you know what? He came a long way.
Long way. So things went through my mind. I didn't, everything was still kind of new, and I'm thinking, what's going on here or whatever, So she didn't answer the door, and I'm like, really? So she gives you her perspective what happened, okay? Like with the whole grabbing knife from outside of the apartment, okay? I'm like looking through the windows, and I'm like bedroom window. I'm seeing if it's open, and then next thing you know, I'm looking through the sliding glass door. I'm like, where is she? Is there anybody else in there? I was like, of course I'm not gonna tell you I'm popping in. I'm all the way in Sebastian, so I'm like, let me figure this out. So I popped in. Okay, it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Anyways, let me tell you another incident. Okay, so I was this was actually before that incident. I just started a new job, and we had like orientation and orientation, and they showing us all this stuff, whatever. So we're texting back and forth, and this guy was like sitting there grilling me because I guess he heard some other stuff that he's thinking that I probably like someone else, and I'm probably gonna try the both of them or whatever. And I was like, all right, hold on, let me be excused. I told the people that, please could I get, have like a 10-minute break because I'm not feeling good. And let me tell you, I was heated. I was hot. Whew. So, I go out and I'm outside and I call this dude. And I was like, listen, I don't know what is going on. You shouldn't sit there and listen to what everybody else has to say. I am not that type of person that you think, I am, or whomever you experience these situations with. I am not that person. I am nothing like that person. Granted, yes, we are, just talking right now and trying to fill each other out, but don't try me, okay? Do not compare me to someone else that did you wrong, because I didn't do it to him. I had plenty of reasons to do it, but I didn't do it, okay? And he thought I was playing him because the other person is saying, oh, I don't think you should trust her because I think she likes me too. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, look here. If I don't like playing two people. First off, I don't like being with two men. I can't see how some females are with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys at the same time, and vice versa with guys doing the same thing. I can't. I'm like, I can only be with one person. I can't be with multiple people. I'm sorry, that's not my thing. It may be someone else's thing, other people that are very monogamous, but
she can't pronounce it.
Monogamous? Go sit down somewhere, boy. But anyways, as I was saying, so I can't do all that. It's not in me to do it, okay? So I'm sitting here trying to convince this guy that I do not do stuff like that. I am not, I'm not two-faced. I'm not vindictive. I'm not a liar. I'm not, I don't like playing with people's emotions, feelings, whatever. Okay, so, but anyways, I'm sitting here trying to convince this guy that I'm not like this, and blase, whatever. So, he got me to the point where I was like, you know what? How about this? You go ahead and believe what you want to believe, and I'm done. And I hung up on him.
Oh! Let me tell y'all something. Ain't nobody, especially her, hang up on Jay.
Boy, I know you ain't talking.
Alright? Anyway, so that's her version. So yeah, that did happen. And what it is insecurity. I just thought that she was like my ex. And I was just trying to catch her. I mean, there's been times where I'd be straight up. It's bad. I popped in unnoticed. Okay. I've had the key when she was at work or whatever. I'd come into her apartment. I'd sit there and hide in the corner of the bedroom, like see who she comes home with or what, or somebody was there or something. I went through her personal stuff while she was still at work. It was bad. There was one incident. This was so embarrassing. She was in the bathroom getting ready, putting her makeup on and showering and stuff like that, and she had the music on through Bluetooth through her phone. So I'm going through her phone, mind you, and every time I didn't realize this, and I felt so stupid. So I'm going through her phone, okay, and I'm like, going through her contacts, going through the messages, going through her Facebook, and going through everything possible, okay, to find something, because in my mind, this woman cannot be that clean. Cannot possibly be that clean like I thought she was, okay? So I'm going through her phone, and all this stuff, and the whole time, the speaker, the little Bluetooth speaker, was in the bathroom with her while she was showering, doing her makeup. So as I'm going through her phone, she can hear, every time I push a button on her cell phone, she can hear it, like, I
know when he's messing with my phone.
Yeah, she knew basically I was going through her phone.
I didn't say nothing, but I know.
She didn't. I felt so stupid.
And I did call out. I was like, what's wrong with the Bluetooth? Trying to... it keeps stopping or something. I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with the connection.
Yeah, and I did it multiple times. I'm guilty. I'm not even gonna lie.
Which is crazy because I gave him access to everything.
Everything. I've never had...
Everything. Okay? So I had nothing to hide. I was like, here you go. You can search through whatever you want to search through. Do whatever you want to do. Call people if you need to confirm some stuff.
Yeah. And there was one incident. I mean, it got so bad. There was one instance where I went to her apartment. She was about to get home. And I was sitting in the corner of her bedroom. And I fell asleep. I mean, I was so tired. I passed out. And she already done came home. Showered. Watching TV, woke up like an hour or two later, and came out of the bedroom, kind of disoriented. And she's like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I just got here." And then she's, "Well, I've been home for like an hour or two." I was like, "Yeah, I fell asleep in the corner." How do you explain that? How do you explain when you're sitting there hiding in someone's room, waiting for them to come home
with somebody?
Well, not necessarily somebody. I mean, somebody. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I went through everything. I couldn't find nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. And with time, it was just
always. Oh, there has to be a catch. There gotta be a catch. He even told me this. There has to be a catch. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I remember when I was in my orientation, you were sending me. You so-called had this girl sending you messages, but it was really you. You were trying to see where my character was, what type of character I was.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I truly remember.
Sounds like something I would do.
Oh yeah, and I caught on. I was like, this dude gonna try me. All right. I was like, I'm gonna play the little game, talking about something. The message, it was like, oh, he's mine, and
that's
you can't
right.
have him. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, if he wants you, he can. You can have him. But if it's true, he's gonna have to tell me this. I'm not gonna play these little games or whatever. And it was him this whole time.
Yeah, I was texting myself
jacked up.
just by a different. What I did is, and guys or girls, don't try this technique, please. What I did was I went to the app store, and then there's an app where you can download a free number. So it gave me a free number. Whenever you go into that app, you can call out through that app with a different number. So basically, I would sign into that account with a different number and call or text myself. And obviously, yeah, I'm guilty. But
the stuff that this man puts me through. Mind you, I have to keep reminding him this the whole while that we were, and it's funny, we're not officially together. We're just, filling each other out. I told him, you're not the only one that got hurt. You're not the only one that went through all this craziness. We're almost opposite. He won't trust at all and just like fill you out first and wait for a certain amount of time until he can put his trust in you. Me, I'm like this. If you're not putting me in danger and we're cool or whatever, I will put my trust. I will trust you to an extent. But once you give me that reason not to trust you, then it's done. I'm done with you. So
she says that, but she's giving me chances.
Because I see the potential in him.
Yeah.
And I've loved him since we were kids. And it's I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I can see the good in him. I can see a lot in him, so this is why I gave him some chances. I almost that day in the orientation, I actually was going to give up. I was just going to be done with it because I couldn't handle it no more. Because it's like time and time again, I'm showing you, give you all access to everything, showing you that, what type of person I am, that I'm nothing like that. But yet you sit there and compare me to your past, which I had nothing to do with, So yeah. And then, the other person telling you all of this and you're falling for it because that person did not want to see you with me. For some reason, they were jealous. And yes, it was jealousy, and they knew that you were gonna be happy, really, really happy, and they didn't really want to see that. They wanted to take that, and that's sad too.
So,
but yeah, but there's more to the story of of this insecurity stuff. Because I ain't gonna lie, I have some insecurity issues too. I don't find myself beautiful or gorgeous or anything like that. So I get kind of when I see other girls, which is weird because I will point it out and be like, hey, look at her, her butt looks really good, don't it? And he's like, yeah, he's thinking I'm setting him up, which I'm not, because I'm actually pretty cool about that. I don't care if you look.
I don't look, to be honest with y'all. Huh?
You better not touch.
No, I don't look. I don't have if I accidentally look, yeah, whatever. But do I go out of my way and sit there and
be like,
yeah, it's like, what am I getting out of it? I don't know.
But I point it out all the time. I'm like, oh my goodness, look at that booty though. See, or
I'm the opposite. I sit there, I scope out every dude. I'm like looking around.
I do the chicks.
Listen, I ain't. Nah, Jay don't roll that way.
Boy, you know what I mean. Don't. Oh my gosh, don't y'all think like that. No, I don't do chicks. I appreciate a nice looking person. Okay, if they look good, I'm gonna be like, oh dang, they look good. Whatever. That's just how I am.
I am referring to, I look at other guys looking at my chick. Like, it's funny because when we walking, and I go to the store, and this is, not necessarily insecure, because I trust her now 100%, like, whatever. But when I go to the store, I go one way, she goes the other for some whatever reason, and I come find her. I don't go directly to her. I kind of just, it's kind of like a lion when it sees its prey. It looks at its surrounding, it circles to prey and see what else is out there. And that's pretty much what I do. I see her and I look around and I see guys, looking at certain items. all of a sudden they want to go down to the woman's aisle or the cooking aisle, you know, and look at objects, and then I see them slowly, they'll look at Mimi and then like make their way around, and then just about when they're about to just pretty much just kind of collide, that's when I just step in and say, hey baby, I'm back. And that's when they all of a sudden they found what they needed.
They go the other way.
It's great.
Like, oh, this ain't the aisle.
Yeah, it's all. I get my kicks out of that. I'm like, dang. But
I don't pay attention to that.
I do. I do.
I'll see some females checking him out, and I'm like,
ask her if I notice. Y'all can't talk. Can't hear you. But I don't notice, actually. I really don't. I just kind of, I go to the store. I don't go out much. But when I do, it's just, you know, I'm just like all up on her, and then we just walk. Do what we got to do, and that's it.
Yeah, just about.
So, you know, insecure individuals will do crazy stuff. Whether you've gotten cheated on or whether you are cheating or whatever. Yeah, you'll do some crazy stuff.
If someone sits there and accused you a lot of stuff because they were guilty at one point, or if they went through that situation where their ex accused them because their ex was doing something that they weren't supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people, cheat. I think a couple reasons. Variety, obviously insecurity, and availability. Attention. Can't leave out attention.
Bored.
Or what? Bored, yeah. Well, attention, yeah. Because I figure this. You know, I put myself in that position and kind of like, okay, why in the past, why have I done that? You know, when that's kind of like, if I get home from work, I'm gonna be honest, listen, back then, like if I got home from work or something like that, and mind you, I work like 12 hours, whatever the case may be, and I don't get any attention. I'm not talking about sexual or nothing to that nature. What I'm talking about is, you know, I get home and you're on the computer, and oh, hey babe, hey, what's up? And you spend the rest of the day on the computer and don't pay me no attention, and I gotta go out of my way and and then you don't, if I gotta pry your fingers, your little deformed little
sausage ass.
Yeah, been a sausage fingers out of the computer because you want to spend more time on a computer as opposed to me. Yeah, I'm going elsewhere. I'll tell you that right now. I will look elsewhere. Not in this situation, but in the past. I'm talking about past tense. Okay.